you ready? It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon.
All right, welcome to the Roundtable, everybody. My name is Robert Bannon. You're listening to us on the Broadway Podcast Network, or you're watching us on YouTube or on Broadway World. Last year, we had the great fortune of talking to Justin Elizabeth Sayre. We are so excited to talk again because their event, Night of a Thousand Judys, is turning 12 years old at Joe's Pub, where all the cool kids come out to sing and dance and play. Justin, welcome back.
Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for having me back.
I'm excited because last year there was not a ticket to be had, there was
No,
not a seat to be found, and that was the 11th. And you are just packing them in year after year. Welcome back. Here we
thank
go.
you. Oh, thank you very much. It's an honor to be doing it this long.
Yeah, so how do you describe the evening as in terms of a show?
Sure. Well, it's a celebration of all things Judy Garland. We invite Broadway performers and downtown people. It's a mix of different performers for all walks of the professional life here in New York. And we invite them not to kind of give their own Judy impression or what they would think a Judy Garland song sounds like, but really to take on the mantle and give us their take on so much of some of the songs within the Judy kind of oeuvre. And it really turns into a wonderful homage to this amazing performer, but also a wonderful showcase of all the incredible and diverse talent that New York still has to offer. So it's a great evening. It celebrates a legend, an icon for the queer community, for the artistic community. It's all the proceeds of the evening go to the charity Ali Forney Center, which houses and helps advocates for homeless LGBTQ youth. And this year, the extra bonus is that we've started an award, the Judy Award, given to a gay icon, a queer icon here in New York, and we're honoring my dear friend and certainly my personal icon, Justin Vivian Bond.
Oh, what a beautiful evening it's going to be.
Yes, I'm very excited about it.
And like as we're talking, you can go right now. You can get on the internet and grab your tickets before they're all gone. Go to publictheater.org and get your seats and get your tickets because they go super
Yes,
fast.
they do. They certainly do.
It's June 3rd. It's at 7:00,
Mm-hmm.
and in past years you've had like icons like Martha Wash and my dear friend Sarah Dash, who God bless her soul, she's sang her teeth out.
Oh,
Alan
absolutely.
Cummings and Jane Monheit and the Broadway babes and the Broadway dudes and the whole and the people and all the you know. Cola Scola is like the new thing and up and the coming, and Broadway is welcoming and was at your event. How do people say no? Everyone's dying to perform up on the Judy stage.
Yes, I mean we always get a lot of people who really want to do it. Sometimes, it's the beginning of the Pride season, so there's 1,000 benefits for 1,000 different reasons. But I think in the 12 years that we've been doing the show, we've really made space for ourselves where we're a very respected event, and we get a lot of wonderful responses to people, even if they can't do the show. It's been a great honor to be part of it for this long.
For you, who comes up and curates this evening,
Yeah.
how do you keep reinventing the Judy Garland songbook, the skits, the stories, the music? Is there some staples? Is there always something new that you're trying to work into the show? How much does it change from year to year?
Well, there's always going to be staples in the sense that "Man That Got Away" is always the song everybody wants. So we're always kind of maneuvering that song around. But and the other staple is that because Over the Rainbow is so popular that we don't let anybody sing it, and we always sing it with the audience at the end. Takes the pressure off. I think the way that the show is reinvented every year is that we really invite performers to bring their own take, that it's never just a standard, this is the music of Judy Garland. We've had people do folk acoustic versions of standards. We've had Folks do electric guitar versions. We've had Michael Feinstein, who is such a wonderful performer and plays with, having known Ira Gershwin so well, kind of, plays from that sense of authority. And then we've had people like Martha Wash, who really put such a soulful and enumerating on her own history within the work. So we really try to curate a list every year that allows the performers that we bring forward to take their own way through the Judy songbook. And I think it always illuminates so much of what still endures about Judy Garland, but also how much people still find to mine within those songs. They're still so enigmatic of what the United States is, and it really invites any performer that we've had to put their own take on it, which I love.
As do I. Judy is a legend and an icon, and it means so much to so many people within the queer community and outside of the queer community. Of all of the performers, is there a personal reason? Is there a specific reason why you chose her and her relationship to this cause and to the queer community?
Well, the show grew out of my show, The Meeting, which we still do at Joe's Pub. And Judy was born and died in June, so it's a culmination of a lot of different events in her life. And at The Meeting, we always celebrated different gay icons, having both her birth and her death within June, the Stonewall riots, it being Pride Month. It seemed like a perfect fit. For me personally, Judy's a big reference for me, just in the sense of not that I would ever compare our talents, certainly, but that she was not only a great communicator, but a great giver of her talent. She left it on the stage, and I try in everything I've done to really leave it on the stage, that I give as much as I possibly can to my audience. And it's something that I think of with Judy a great deal. Even on my desk here as I'm talking to you, I have a little picture. I found this in an estate sale. I'll show it to you. And it's a candid photo that some gay man took in 1965 at seeing Judy live in concert. So it's just a little 5x7, but she's just wailing her face off. And it just reminds me, on the ready to, if you're not going to do it all, you might as well not get up there. And luckily, at least for 12 years, I've done it all up there.
Yes, absolutely. You sure have. Well, this big project at a place like Joe's Pub, with money going to this organization and with this list of performers, is not a one person kind of thing. Can you tell us a little bit about the team that you get to work with to put this on?
Sure. Well, I've worked with Dan Fortune, who's a wonderful PR person, and we've worked together on, not on my show, The Meeting, but now on this for 12 years, and Adam Rosen, who's a great entertainment lawyer and a wonderful producer that has worked on both The Meeting and this for a long time. Those are kind of the core little triumvirate of people that have done it. And Dan does a lot, really does a lot. And none of it could really happen without him. We have a wonderful director and choreographer, Jason Wise, who is our choreographer. Drew Wutke is our musical director, and really puts together an amazing band. And there, and everybody at the Ali Forney Center really comes in, and they love this event so much. They have such a great time at it. It's an event that I find, as years go by, people come back for it year after year, but there's always kind of new folks who kind of wander in and go, "What is this?" and walk out having just had an amazing time, not in a nostalgic way, because we can never kind of recapture what Judy Garland was, but we can celebrate our idea around her. And I think that opens it to young and old people alike, new fans, old fans. It really is an event that that crosses so many bridges and really just invites folks into the wonder of Judy Garland. But like you said, and I should reiterate, I have an amazing team of people that make it all possible. I often feel like I just show up on the last day and kind of, put my 2 cents in.
Well, last year I was booked at an event, and this year I am not. So I am ready for June. I
Oh,
am
good.
ready. I need to see this up close and personal. I can't wait to you all list the amazing performers. I'm sure you have an all-star lineup
We
ready
do
to go.
already. Very soon we're going to announce. So it'll be very fun.
Well, we have to be checking out publictheater.org. Go to the Joe's Pub page or follow the pages so that you can stay up to date with all of this. Your career last year, we were talking about books and writing, and we talked about the Gay to Z companion to queer culture that you released, which my copy is in my bookshelf after we spoke. So great, so
Oh,
fun, what
thank
a
you.
wonderful read. And then I was so excited last year when we spoke. I told my dad, who's obsessed with Two Broke Girls. We have all watched. There is not a plane or a rerun somewhere with your words not being said. What's it like? Do you ever walk through a store or flip through the channels or see your words or works or book out on the shelf?
Oh yeah, luckily pretty often.
Yes.
um, luckily, it's amazing, and I feel lucky that I still get to do it. I feel lucky that we're still building projects. A play of mine that went up in LA last year is coming back this October to the LA LGBT Center. We're doing a new Christmas show in LA, which I'm very excited about, which should be announced shortly. I'm working on a number of projects that I'm really excited about, and it makes me feel very grateful that I get to put my work out there, and that's people still are interested in it. People still want to be involved, and Judy's as a part of that ecosystem of work is really something that that reminds me of why I do it in a real way. Because all the other stuff you kind of get into, you want this to go a certain way and this to go a certain way, and the right people to see it, or the right people to, or it's moving in another direction. But with this concert that I've done now, 12 years, my goodness. But it comes back to the reason we did it in the first place was because it was a celebration, not only of the queer community at the beginning of Pride, but it was a way to give back to a cause that I care very deeply about. I feel like so often we forget about the most vulnerable in our community, and that's certainly young people. Especially in the state of the world today, if we can do something for these young folks, I want that. So it's a humbling moment amid a whole host of other projects and notes and etc. But it's also a moment that every year I'm very grateful for, and this year is no different. I'm
Well,
humbled and grateful for it.
yes, as you were talking about the organization at the Ali Forney Center, I was thinking I had just done an interview with Wilson Cruz, who was talking about being homeless, being kicked out of his home,
Yeah,
and we think in this area, the coasts, the more liberal areas of the world, that we've come so far, but there are many places in this country where people are still facing homelessness and losing family and losing places to live in safe spaces because of who they are. And I can only imagine the amount of money that you all have donated over
absolutely.
these past years.
Well, and you have to remember that even just recently there was a young drag queen, 23 years old, beaten to death in Philadelphia. That's an hour and a half away.
Mm-hmm.
We don't we get complacent, and we think we're far freer than we are, and we have to remember that the fight, it's that great saying that nobody's free until we all are. And even though many of us I live with my partner. We have a wonderful life, and we don't feel often the problems that other folks within our community do. It doesn't mean that we're not aware of them, and it doesn't mean that we can't be part of that conversation and part of that fight. And part of doing Judy's for this long, and part of being invested in that, is to continue to say to people in our community, you have to look at where the problems still are, that there still are a huge amount of young people who are homeless, who are kicked out of homes, especially in the current climate where drag queens and trans people are so criminalized and so vilified in the mainstream media, and by these Republican pundits. We have to continue to show them that there are places for them. There's a community here supporting them, ready to take them in. And we have to create safe spaces for them. And that's the project the Ali Forney does. The Ali Forney Center has done so well and continues to do well. And Judy's is really just a small part of the enormous work that they do.
Well, look up the information, and we'll put the links below if you'd like to donate money to the center, and also if you would like to get tickets. Just so you know, they have 13 emergency and transitional housing sites, and they service over 2,200 LGBT young people who don't have a place to live. I can't even imagine. So they're really doing, divine work, and so are you, Justin. And if you have a couple bucks to spend, the $175 VIP tickets are going to sell out. But let me tell you, not only do you get to go to a post-show reception where you're going to have a little moment, a little hobnob, a little drink, and a little fun, but you also get a ticket to the Summer Oasis party with the center on July 24th. So you get the concert, the post-show, and the Summer Bash, all one-stop shop. It's going to be a way to usher in the summer for sure, and all goes to a good cause.
Absolutely. It's
I
a
can't.
tremendous event.
I can't wait to be there. I'm always excited to talk to you. I can't wait to see what you have up your sleeve for this year.
Oh,
And
much and varied.
thank you for being here. Thank you for always making time in your schedule to chat with us. And we look forward to getting the word out as much as we can. It means a lot. The work that you do is very touching to all of us in this community. So thank
Oh,
you.
thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thanks for having me on.
Always, anytime.
All right.